Hello dear students, how are you all? I am Neha Kumari and today we are going to study is reproduction in animals. Reproduction in animals. So students, before starting we will know that what is reproduction. Right, what is reproduction? Like we have studied in earlier classes that what is respiration, what is digestive system, what is excretory system, what is breathing. In the same way, we are going to study today reproductive system or reproduction in animal chapter, in the reproduction animal chapter, where we will study what is reproduction, what is the need of reproduction, and what are the modes of reproduction. Alright, so the first thing that you must know when you are studying reproduction, you must know that reproduction is very important thing, very important process for the continuity of life on earth. Just suppose if the human species stop reproducing, what will happen? Yes, the human species will become extinct. Suppose we stop reproducing our young ones, we stop giving birth to the young ones, what will happen? There will be no man or woman in this world. Other species, other animals will continue to survive, but the human species will extinct. So it is very important for the species to do reproduction so as to continue their race in the world. Is that clear? Very good. Now we can write the definition of reproduction as: reproduction is a process by which a living organism gives rise to another living organism of its own kind, or a living organism gives rise to young ones or offsprings of its own kind. For example, if I will say that a monkey gives rise to a monkey only, a goat gives rise to a goat only, a cat gives birth to a cat only, not an elephant. Is that clear? So you must have understood now that what is reproduction and why it is so important. Alright, now students, you can see here the definition of reproduction is written. Reproduction is the process by which living organisms produce young ones of their own kind. Is that clear now? Now reproduction is done by two modes. There are two modes in which the reproduction is done. The first mode is asexual reproduction and the second mode is sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, only one parent is involved. In asexual reproduction, only one parent is involved, and sexual reproduction, two parents are involved, means two individuals are involved. Okay, here no gamete is involved, there is no involvement of gamete, and here the involvement of gamete is there. First we will see how. Because in sexual reproduction, two parents are involved, and that too of opposite sexes. Okay, one male and one female. Okay, if we will give example of asexual reproduction, it can be amoeba or hydra. In this amoeba and hydra, a single cell divides into 2, 4 or multiple offsprings. Okay, but in case of sexual reproduction, only one gamete of male and one gamete of female combines to give rise to one or two individuals. Okay, depending upon the circumstances. Okay, now when we will talk about gamete, what is gamete? Then I will tell you, gamete is a term that means the germ cells that are involved in the reproduction or reproduction system or reproduction process are called gamete. For example, the male gamete is called as sperm and the female gamete is called as ova. So this sperm is a cell, that is involved in the reproduction process, and ova is also a cell, ova or egg is also a cell that is involved in the reproduction system, reproduction process. Is that clear now? Now I can show you the diagrams one by one that will make you understand the reproductive systems in male and female. First I am going to show you the reproductive organ or reproductive organ of male. See students, I have drawn something for you. How is it? Okay, thank you. Okay, sorry. Yes. So this is the diagram of male reproductive system. Now male reproductive system is categorized into or divided into three parts. The first part is sperm duct. This is the duct from where the sperms passes. Okay, from where the sperms passes. Alright, the second part is penis. You can see this is penis, and the third part is testes. This one is a testes. Now I will tell you, as we talked about the male gametes, where are these male gametes, that is sperms, produced? These sperms are produced in this testes, and millions of sperms are produced at a time. Okay, this is the site of production of male gamete, that is called as sperm. Okay, the sperms are produced in the testes. Now I'll show you the reproductive system or reproductive organ of the female. Okay, so the female reproductive organ is something like this. This tube-like structure is called as oviduct. This is the ovary and this is the uterus. Okay, every single month the a matured egg passes from this ovary to the oviduct. So ovary is the site where the eggs are formed, and every month a single matured egg only passes to this oviduct, and further the process of reproduction happens. That we will study how in the further episodes or classes. Okay, so this much is clear now. Now let me also show you the diagram of a sperm that I have drawn for you. As we know that sperms are formed in the testes. Okay, so in the testes, millions and millions of sperms are formed that are not visible to our naked eyes. And the structure of one sperm is something like this. It can be divided into three parts. The first part is head, the second part is middle piece, and the third part is tail. And they are highly motile. They can move very fast. Okay, and this is it. So, students, I will tell you now, you have understood that what is reproduction, what is the need of reproduction, what are the modes of reproduction, what is male reproductive system and what is female reproductive system, and also you have understood what is gamete and what is the diagram of a sperm. Right, now we will study what is fertilization. We are going to study now what is fertilization. Okay, so fertilization is nothing but the fusion of a male gamete with a female gamete to produce a zygote is called as fertilization. Okay, so we are studying of fertilization. Okay, suppose this is an egg. Millions and millions of sperms came. Okay, but only one sperm was able to penetrate into this egg. So when this sperm penetrated into this egg, what happened? It fused into it. Okay, and the nuclei present in this and the nuclei present in this, so it was a sperm was having also one nuclei and the egg was also having only one nuclei. Both the nuclei joined to form a single nucleus. Okay, so now this newly formed cell having one single nucleus is called as zygote. Now this must be clear to you what is fertilization. This much is enough for today. We will meet in the next class. Bye.